Good morning, everyone. Good morning, best friends of the feather. You 282 beautiful cluckers. Yeah, getting ready to let the girls out. I do want to thank you guys, all 282 that have subscribed. That's just wonderful. Come with me, chickens. It's just wonderful. I greatly appreciate it. I just don't know what to say. But yes, thank you very much. We greatly appreciate the love. We've had an interesting couple days. Yesterday, I was doing some work because we've been getting more orders. Yay, right? We've been getting more orders on our Etsy shop. So that's been great. So I was working yesterday, putting some orders together, and we've had this, there's been this guy that's been riding around town on a burro. Yes, a donkey, right? And so there's this Facebook group that, talks about different things that are going on around town and all that. And so this gentleman had popped up on on this Facebook group as this mystery man riding around town on this donkey, right? And so we saw him. We were driving to town one day, and we saw him on the road right beside it, right down from our house. And I was like, hey, it's the donkey guy, right? Well, yesterday, this was last week, so yesterday I'm standing there in my shop and upper management says, hey, that's the guy. He's in front of our house. Nice try, buddy. And so I look out the window and it's the donkey guy, and he's literally riding up our road, which is really strange because we live kind of off the beaten path, right? And so the donkey guy is in front of our house, riding up the road on this donkey. And I said, oh my God, run out there and get his story, figure out who this guy is, because he's like this mystery man. So we indeed called the mystery man over on the donkey, and this is what we got. So we met Dan the donkey, and the gentleman on the donkey, his name is Arlie, and he is from Eastern Kentucky, and he is following the wind any way the wind blows, right? I was like, so what are you doing in this area? And he's like, oh, just kind of chilling out. And it's pretty vague about what exactly he's doing in this area. He said that he has been in and out of this area for a while, and throughout the years he's come to this area and then left and come back and left, and so he knows the area apparently. But it was just the strangest thing. I'm like, well, that's something you don't see every day, a man riding a donkey. And Dan was very friendly. Dan was wonderful. Dan really enjoyed my grass in my front yard. And Dan came over to me and wanted pets and loves, which I thought was wonderful because I'm always about some animal love. And so yeah, it was an interesting day yesterday with all that. The other interesting thing that happened is I got a saddle. I ordered a saddle from Amazon. As much as I hate to say it, I did. I got it. That rooster, he's trying to kill me. That's the second attempt today. The second attempt at my life. Anyway, this is what I got. It's from a company called Down Under Outdoors. Is that what that says? Anyway, no sponsorship, of course. But that's who it's from. This is the lovely instructions. Looks pretty complicated, doesn't it? It has this thing here that they call a shoulder protector. And so that goes under this little flappy. These little guys go under the wings. Now, I only have two hands, right? And I do believe that this is going to be probably a two-handed or more operation. So I so wish that I could get footage of myself putting this on the hen. But I can't because I don't have anything to hold the camera, and I don't have a second person here to help me. So I'm sorry that you don't get to see the absolutely sure to be comical time of me trying to get a saddle on this giant hen, right? So that's going to happen, but we're going to do that now, and then we'll come back here in just a second with the results, right? Be right back. And here it is, the saddled hen. She hates it, I can tell. I understand. I'm hoping that it's not too loose. I put it on the most loose setting, the most loose setting that it has available on it, because she's a bigger bird. But I don't know, that might be too much. She's losing feathers at a rapid pace. As you can see, it looks like I plucked a chicken in here. This is the scene of the crime where I put the saddle on. So she's losing feathers really rapidly. I'm hoping this will help to maybe give her a little relief. Of course, she's already getting picked on. The rooster tried to attack me again. But yeah. So this is our current state. And hopefully this will protect her a little bit, so her back isn't so nasty. So there were mixed opinions. Some folks that watched said get the saddle. Some said they're useless. We're going to try it and see what happens. It was $13.99. It's a little high for my blood, but you know, we got to do what we can for the girls. We love our faddle. She's a good girl. I really would love to get the loose... Okay, there it went. Cool. She had a loose feather hanging off of her, and it was really bothering me, but now we're all better. So there she is. She's got her armor on. She's ready to go. She's got spalders and a back piece. She's good to go. Armor upgrade. Yeah, it's good stuff. For any of you that have played RPGs. Yeah, not rocket-propelled grenades, but role-playing games. Yeah, you don't really play with RPGs as the rocket-propelled grenades, as far as I know. Never done that, so I don't know. But yeah, so speaking of RPGs, the bad kind of RPG, this world's going crazy, guys. As my last video, World War III ? That I really feel like it's happening. The media manipulation is just crazy. The whole situation with the hospital, and you know, nobody knows who did it. You know, now it's like, first it was Israel, then it was Hamas, and now it's some mystery jihadist group. It's like, it didn't even bomb the hospital. They said 500 people were dead, and then what I've seen this morning, if you can believe that, is a parking lot. And I'm sure people did die, and that's horrible, and I you know, my heart goes out to every single one of those people and their families. But, you know, to tell me that 500 people died, and then I get pictures back the next day and it's like a burned out parking lot. I don't know, you guys. I don't know. I try not to get too wrapped up, but I feel like you know, you kind of have to stay involved so that you know what's coming and what's going on. You know, I did not have this on my 2023 bingo card, not in any stretch. I did not have, you know, the Muslims and the Jews going at each other. I really didn't think that was going to be what happened, but now it's causing chaos everywhere. Like, the whole world's going crazy. So yeah, my thoughts seem to be moving right along. What's really funny is, like, my daughter and I used to get into these pretty heated discussions about BLM and COVID and all that, you know, back in 2020, 2021, like when it was heating up real good. And she used to, like, tell me that I just wanted to be right. That I just had to be right. And I'm like, look, I don't want to be right about any of this stuff. I do not want to be correct about some kind of global order trying to depopulate the globe. Like, I don't want to be right about that. You know, I don't want to be right about this injection causing people to have these 3-foot-long blood clots in their veins. I didn't want that to be true. I didn't think it was true for a long time, until I just recently, in the last 6 months, got 100% verification that yes, you are not insane. They are pulling 3-foot-long blood clots out of people, and that is true. You know, the myocarditis thing, they just came out and said, yes, there is an increased risk of myocarditis and pericarditis, especially in, you know, young men. All of it was true. I didn't want any of it to be true. And that's the same with this. Like, I don't want this to be what I think it's going to be, but my track record's pretty solid, guys, on what I, you know, because the way I do it is, like, I kind of aggregate my own information. I have, like, sources that I follow, and it's like, in my head, I have, like, this information filing system. I'm like, there's very little that I see that I can file in the absolutely true file, right? Very few things that I see in the media, especially, that I can file in the absolutely true file. So there's absolute true, and then there's absolute false, and then you have the, you know, might be true, might be false, you know, and then somewhere in the middle where I you know, just can't really put my finger on it. So, you know, and a lot of the stuff that I'm seeing falls into the likely true category, and, you know, that's not good. That's not good, because what I'm seeing is scary. It's scary stuff, you know. Like, I don't think that this country, even this world, is going to be the same, like, after this next 5 years or so. I just don't think it is. And then I also had a moment where I was watching our dear leader, Mr. Biden, was talking to Netanyahu, and he started to tell a story, and he does this all the time, you guys, and it drives me nuts. Like, he'll start to go into a story, and then he'll be like, oh, just never mind, we don't have time, you don't want to hear all that. Like, that kind of thing. And you know that that's a cover. That's not true. He can't remember. He loses track of where he is in the stories. That's what's happening there, is that he just loses track of what's going on in his mind. And what's crazy is everybody just sits around, all of the world leaders, all of the people in the party, all of the people in Congress and in the House of Representatives, they all sit around and watch him, Grandpa Mumbles, sitting up on these stages, mumbling through these speeches, you know, being led through these meetings that he has to go through, being directed off stage. That hurts when you do that, Jack. Good Lord. He just pecked me in the leg, bare flesh and all. Anyway, I feel like I feel like they're all in on it. Like, I feel like everyone sees it. No one says anything. Emperor wears no clothes, right? That whole thing. But I'm about to kick you across the yard, Jack. Now stop it. Quit. I'm serious. This culprit right here keeps pecking me in the leg meat, and I have nothing on my legs, and it's cold already. Anyway, I feel like they're all in on it. I feel like Biden was placed there on purpose by a group of someone's, maybe, I don't know, but I feel like they're all in on it. I feel like they all see the mental deficits, which aren't his fault, by the way, you guys. I am caring for a person with dementia, and it's not his fault, and that's very key to keep in mind when you're dealing with someone like that. It is not their fault. They cannot help it that they are ill. The problem is the people around him that have made him into what he is. It's like taking Grandpa Mumbles out for ice cream, and he thinks he's riding in the car with the Queen, you know, except he is. He is. He is actually doing it. It's like making Grandpa Mumbles' dreams come true. And this isn't Make-A-Wish, you know. This country is not a part of a Make-A-Wish celebration. And I wish the man the best. I hate that this is happening. Seriously? Dude. I am 5 feet 8 inches tall. You are 3 feet tall. You're the size of a Smurf. Anyway, Yeah, so Grandpa Mumbles has been installed. It's clear. Nobody with a brain and eyes can watch what's going on and think that it's accident that the things that are happening. Because again, everyone just sits around and watches it happen and no one says anything. Like Netanyahu sitting there of sound mind and body has to notice that there is something not right. You know, no other leaders that I'm aware of. See, there it goes. I wanted to get it on film. I wanted to get the evidence. Oh, and Henny Gwenny, you going to come and get in on it? Anyway, yeah. Total shit show. That's what I'm trying to say here. Absolute and total shit show. I can't believe it's my country. It makes me mad, sad, and just, oh, I can't even, there aren't words. Like, I run out of words to describe and express how disgusted I am with the whole situation. And everybody's like, well, just make sure you vote. Just make sure you vote. I did. I voted. I voted as many times as they would let me. I voted in every election. I'm not, yeah, I voted once in every election, but I voted. I voted my ass off. I voted for everything that I thought would make it better. And I don't think voting matters anymore, guys, because, you know, that thing that we're not supposed to talk about that happened in 2020, clear, and yeah. Yeah, yeah. You can't vote your way out of this, guys. There's no way we can vote our way out of this. So then we have to move on to Plan B, which, what is Plan B? I don't even know. I wasn't taught Plan B. I was taught Plan A, vote. That's what I was taught. I was not taught a Plan B. I've been told about a Plan B. I've been told about several Plan Bs, and Cs and Ds. But what is it? What are we going to do? I don't even know. Who's going to organize it? It has to be organized. What are we going to do? Do we pick a state representative? Do we pick county representatives? What do we do? I don't even know. So yeah, I feel like the whole thing needs to be restructured. I feel like they're trying to restructure it. But it's like it just needs to be reset, you know, back to the original, back to the way it was. Because it was pretty cool for a while there. You know, the 80s were rocking. I loved the 80s. I was a big fan of the 80s. So, yeah. Anyway, this has gone on way too long. I'm so sorry. But I do appreciate it if anybody has lasted this long. Please subscribe. The 282, I think, or 284? I can't remember what it was now, but we've got a lot. And I'm very excited. We're well on our way to 300. You guys are going to be the 300. I can see it right now. Maybe someday we'll be the 3,000. Or even 3 million. Yeah, right. Not from chickens. I don't think that's going to happen. Anyway, you guys have a great day. Have a wonderful and blessed Wednesday. Please try to ignore the gloom and doom. Yeah, we'll see y'all.